great and fulfilling that at least one is alive to see his age. Thinking, when you look back at the last 60 years, how does it, what comes to mind? What's the state of your mind? Well, it has been mixed blessings. Because at various times things were rosy, there were thorny times, but the most important thing is that you are alive, and there is, when you're alive, there's hope. If you take an assessment of the things that were positive or negative in your life, you'll be ungrateful to say you regret. No regret. Because I wish for better times, I wish for more prosperity, I wish for much, much better health. That is emphatically. What are the lessons that life has taught you? The factual lesson life has taught me and which I've imbibed in recent times is to be kind of contentment and to stay away from anything that gives you trouble or problem. Any place or involvement that makes me feel bad or gives me bad vibes, I avoid and I withdraw from it. In my club, in my family, no matter how important you are, if you are getting to be a negative vibe, I'll just withdraw and be careful with my peace of mind. Nothing compares to it. Stress can kill you, and stress comes in various forms. You are disturbed because something has happened to you, or you're thinking about something. It's stressful. But if you don't have any of such things in your mind and you are at peace with yourself, even if you don't have money, good health, because you still have hope of tomorrow. If you have all the money and there's no good health, you are finished. So contentment and peace of mind, that is a watchword.
Wait, to market.
Well, my birthday actually is 1st of February.
Okay.
And it falls on a Thursday. I was actually contemplating celebrating with Highland Club members on the actual date.
Okay.
Then my friends I am involved in a lot of places. The Cook Club, my whole student student college. I was a national public secretary. Okay. Everybody wants to celebrate with me. I have one or two other clubs people want to celebrate my family. I've been, because of my sociality, I'm involved in so many things. So I was planning to do another one on Sunday for them. But they were telling me magic. So along the line, I got the concession to use the Island Club lawn tennis court for the hosting of the Island Club. And that is slightly bigger space. So everything is coming together on the 4th of February at the Highland Club at the lawn tennis court.
Okay. And then, are there things you, now that, I mean, you've turned 60, are there things you're looking at doing or not doing, or at least changing, or things, or looking at life in a different
like I told you, ahead of even 60, I'm resolved that anything that is stressful or disturbing that will get me to conflict with people, I want to stay away. If you are giving trouble, I will move away from you. But I've always had one very lovely thing I do. Everywhere I belong to, I know everybody's birthday and their phone numbers. As big as Island Club is, I have everybody's phone number and their birthdays on my phone. When I was social secretary from 2019 to 2022, 3 years, along the line, by 12 midnight, I will greet you on your birthday and I'll post on a social platform. And in doing that, eventually I compiled names and your birthdays. I kept the records. Oh, the records were there, but I built on it and I made it a rule. And my old students also, my family, my paternal and maternal, everybody that knows me. So I have a compendium of calendar of birthdays. I have so much passion for it. I'm going to turn into something else now. I'm in the process of registering an NGO. It's called Pancho Altruistic Group. Pancho was my name in secondary school. The altruistic thing is a philanthropy, and I call it group. I want to ask people, and the slogan for that NGO will be celebrating with a purpose. Imagine I ask you towards your birthday that it's your birthday in a month's time or something like that. Please, why don't you help the needy? Maybe you want to take somebody you want to help through school or a semester or hospital bill. That's in celebration of your birthday. You should help someone who is less privileged or someone who is needy. It's a passion I've always had. I was in Rotaract. I held so many offices in Rotaract. When they say Rotractors in the 80s, I was in Rotaract from 1984 to like 88, 89. So I was president, I was district officer for so many things. I stopped short of going to Rotary because I knew my involvement was great. I mean, great in terms that I was energetic about it. And let me tell you, that Lagos Sheraton Hotel, while I was a Rotary actor, in 1985, if I'm not wrong, we were starting Rotary Club of Agege. It was a new one from Rotary Club of Onigumbo. Then tickets were like 5 naira and the likes. I went to Sheraton. I was going to book Sheraton, and I went to the governor of Rotary then. I think it's later. It's Chief Tunji. He said he wasn't going to be available to attend as district governor. He said I should see Oba Tejosho in his office at Jokoju. Tejosho told me he was not going to be in town. I went ahead. The first function held in Sheraton in Nigeria, I booked it for Rotary for philanthropy. We had something fantastic. Do you know what? After that function, there was a district function, and the Rotarians were saying they did not want to attend because they were conscious that how could the Rotractor afford Sheraton? Nobody had been. Sheraton was a prize hotel, the best hotel. The first function Sheraton ever had. And I even remember Ben Bruce, the father, Murray Bruce, was a Rotarian. He came. I'm not saying he out of curiosity, he attended the function. A lot of people that came out of curiosity, it was a fantastic function. Such has been the energy I've given to philanthropy, service to humanity. I do soul sales a lot. So I'm turning to the Pancho Altruistic group. I want to coordinate people. Not that I have the money or that I have money. I want to coordinate people to assist in the spirit. In celebration of my own 60th birthday, I met somebody who's a bit indigent. A student at Yabatech, ND1, and I have taken it up. I'm sponsoring her to the ND program, and she's also doing part-time fashion tailoring. I've been able to get enough support. When she finishes that, on our weekend, I'm going to give her a sewing machine to do the fashion and pay her school fees. That's my own first call for Pancho Altruistic Group. I want to ask people to support me in celebration of my birthday. That's a new target. I will be much fulfilled when I'm able to do this.
Let's talk about your background. Where were you born and where did you grow up?
Well, I was born in Ibadan, Jericho. I don't know Ibadan that much. My dad was an accountant in the Western region. He was with Western Nigeria. And he came back to Lagos in 1966, and we have been staying in Sule, Zach Balogun then. I went to Sule Baptist School with Bob Johnson, off by Adirigusa here. Later, I went to Adira Tola College in Bode. A very big school, a fantastic one. Later, I went to Lagos State University. From there, I transferred to Lagos State University. I studied political science. I've never really worked. I tried working with logic sciences as marketing for a year. And that has been the only thing I did working for anybody. Like I said, I've always been energetic doing things myself. So I've veered into PR things and public relations and branding. I do printing and branding. I've had a lot of involvement with the Red Cross, both as a supporter and a volunteer, but I did a lot of work with Red Cross, a lot of Red Cross brochures and souvenirs. I was behind it for a long time. So that has been my brief business. I still do printing and branding. But in recent times, we realized the market, I'm veering to a few other things. I'm into a bit of a property business now. Not yet flourishing as such, but I'm an agent to Mr. Africa, a choice property farm that has the best of estates in Lagos and Abuja. So that's what I do.
Tell us a bit about your membership of some of the clubs.
Apart from when I was a Rotary Club, I absconded from joining clubs. But Immaculate Club 17, I joined about 2008. And it was because some of my friends had joined. I was supporting, identifying with them. And they kept on saying, you push us to do things, you do everything for us from us. Why are you not joining? I became a member. But 2002, earlier, I joined the Highland Club. My brother was a member of the Highland Club. I knew most of the top shots in Highland through my brother. My uncle, oh, coincidentally, my uncle died last week, Wednesday. And then we had the 8 days prayer yesterday. The chief, Sheriff Folami, he was the chairman of that period. Not his own, he was the chairman of Highland Club.
Okay.
2002. Not his own influence, but I went in with through my brother and his friend Banjeleda, who is now past chairman and trustee of the Island Club. So I've been in the Island Club for like 22 years. I joined with my very bosom friend Bayo Ali. And we do things together. We paid with one check. I'm 7248, he's 7249. So that has been my club. I'm also a member of a cook club. My involvement with the cook club was, a lot of my friends are there. Lagos Indigenship, relevance and everything, and they kept on saying, why are you not part of this? I'm part of a cook club. Maybe my activity at the cook club is not so much pronounced like the Island Club, but I've been in the social committee of a cook club for about a year or two running now. But the Highland Club, I was in the management committee 2012 to 2014. I aspired later to be general secretary. It was a big leap coming from management committee to go to general secretary. I lost my sleep margin. I tried again some years later. I lost because of something that happened that had nothing to do with me, and there was a miss. So that's my thing. And I was resolved I was not going to contest elections. But by 2019, everybody came to lobby me to be. I was in a group, center team. They made me the entertainment secretary. Center team became so robust and so much fun. Everybody wanted to be a center team. So by the end of the time, when we were having the election, they said I should come and be social secretary. I said I was not contesting. My friends are the people contesting. It got so bad, one of the contestants came to tell me that, look, we are the one contesting. They are telling us which family they want. That was when I realized I had to do it. I won the election convincingly. I had a re-election, and the COVID came in. I had to do a third term. I'm happy it has to be that, otherwise, if they had their way, they won't let me go there. So, but I've been a member of the social committee. I'm still very much involved in the social activities of the Highland Club. I was a member of the Oak Anniversary, the Church Anniversary Planning Committee. Well, I might still contest elections later. Though some people have requested, why are you not going for vice chairman? I said, let me rest a bit. I'll do it maybe some other time.
Let's also talk about the kind of person you are. You've mentioned a few things about you and all, and I'm wondering, at the end of the day, what sort of a person are you? What are things that people don't know about?
My greatest attribute is not in my I know is that I want to be there for people. I want to help people. Help not as necessary. I just want to be there. You can always count on me. I want fulfillment for people. The slogan for my business is we make things happen. Kind of achieving thing or achiever. In my club, in my club, I was vice chairman at the time. I aspired to be chairman, they didn't elect me. And I promised them I will never be chairman. They've asked me several times, I will not do it again. But you can be rest assured when there's an assignment, if you give it to me, I'll surpass it than being an officer. So when they're having function of the party, their roles are played. There are functions that happen and their roles are played. I take great fulfillment. Even my family, my maternal family, I Ibe Davis. My auntie drafted me to be the secretary. And I've been able to do some things that has made the association a bit more robust than we used to have it. I achieve through my social involvement. My social interaction gives me a lot of energy to make things happen. I don't take up an assignment I can't do. I will. I have 3 lovely daughters. My daughters, they know that I won't let anything fail or pass. And because I'll do a lot or anything for them. Don't worry, you can count on my dad. I'll come and bring situations to you. I said, don't bring this. It's not that I'm fronting you. Don't bring me into all this kind of situation. So I'm always busy trying to do one thing or the other. I hardly can tell you no in terms of being there for you. I'm the president of my old student association, 75 to 80 set at the Electoral College. I've been elected since about 2016. We were supposed to have 2 years, and it has dragged on. And about 2 years ago, we had a meeting. Some people agitated that they should have changed officers. And the majority said, look, if you change these officers, we will not be part of this thing again. Better we have the election, but let them continue because these people are performing for us. It is not that it's me. What I'm saying is that they have kind of reposed confidence that you're doing well. And whoever takes after me also, I will support. I don't have to be the president forever. But like I said, I'm energetic about fulfillment. Things must be fulfilled around me. It must happen. It must happen. That is justice.
Any regrets?
Sorry?
Any regrets?
Regrets?
Or things you have done differently?
Okay, let me tell you this. Before I went into university, I've been doing business of a sort. I was involved with my senior brother. You know Lai Uriwo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's my brother. Yeah. He was a he's a car flight person. So he brought in business machines then and was supplying the banks. IBW, AfriBank, all the we were supplying AfriBank and all those banks. I was involved in marketing. I was making money. So when I went to university, I was doing a bit of it, not much. So when I came out of university, my friends were looking for a job. I couldn't fathom how much can they give me. When I was in school, my brother, Folami, would give me money. My dad was comfortable to give me money. I was getting money I was comfortable. So when I came out to university, I don't know how to work for the peanuts you are paying. Most of my friends went to civil service and the likes. I know some of them that I was supporting. I even know one or two that is paid for their place to go for their master's program. But today they are directors and PAMSEC in service because the system has favored paid employment. They have been resilient. They now are more. The system has favored them. We that were doing business, we had a turnaround along the line. It was not as rosy as it were, and I only pray things pick up. So looking back, if I had done like them to get paid employment, and I was doing my business, I would have had the best of two worlds, and I dare tell you things would have been much, much better. So I tell my daughters, please, don't just do business. Try and, but they are so difficult, they want to do. Well, through university, they have learned to they do some things. One as Caesar, if you check Instagram, is Caesar, your closer girl, and what may be, it's my daughter. She's actually going to law school this month. She just finished from here, but she has been doing that business. And the other one, she tried working with some people online. She's an online, very much well sought after. She's now in charge of Chop Central. If you look at Chop Central, it's a fantastic small chops outfit. And she's also M&M planners on it. They do books for special occasions. So they are making money. I said, look, you don't know tomorrow. The business of this society is crazy. Try and get paid employment. Do these things on the side. You better have the best of two worlds. Learn from my experience. If I would have been a PAMSEC or a director, Lagos service now, and those monies I was making would have only added to it. This partner would have been lost. So if you say any regret, remembering that, yes.
And what are the good sides that makes you happy each time you do that?
I'm happy that I try to be there for people. It gives me a lot of fulfillment. In my course of my social activity, I've met a lot of people, the high, the low, and the mighty. You and I met about when Bola Shaga was celebrating her 50th, you will not remember. You see, I've met so many people. I know so many people. It's just that the climate is not very good. If it is the connection as when the climate was good in Nigeria, if it is the connections I have, I should be a very fantastically rich person. So looking around, yes, I'm happy. That is part of why I can help some people for some things. When a situation comes around me, once I have my phone with me, I will always have a shot at an attempt to handle it.
Mm.
I'll have somebody I can talk to. Please, can you help me do this for this person? But I realize people are much easier to help you directly than for other people. So I always try and cultivate the please, just help me please. So some of the times I have to hype it. It's my cousins, it's my niece, that kind of nephew, just to make it robust for them to help. But really, it gives me great pleasure and happiness when I'm able to do something for other people. That is the greatest happiness I have.
How come you didn't go to other areas like politics?
Oh, if I want to be in politics, I would have been. I've been involved with politicians. I have flair for it. I have the capacity for it. I'm a public speaker. If you bring everybody in the whole world here, I'll talk to them without blinking an eye. I will not bother. I've involved. I know people that are in position that I got involved in their campaign or their things. Even as far back as 1978, I was involved in MPN. The late Babs Akele, Sabitu Folami, all of them, we were having MPN meeting at Mrs. Dayo Wachuku's house at Adino Busoya here. People wonder how old were you in 1978. I said, well, I was involved. Myself and Bayo Ali, we were involved. He said, I never really veered into it. My brother, Bala Folami was contesting, Lai Orio was contesting, have people in different divides. I was too sentimental about it. I couldn't join either, so it was better. So I did business with him. The late Chief SBI Bodin, when he was contesting as a national chairman of PDP, initial PDP, not this, I was the one that did campaign material. Then you can look at Achike Udewa, governor of Imo State. He has not met me before. He had the contact with me. I was doing his campaign to run his election in Imo State. I did for so many people, so many people. Maybe Saraki, I did campaign. A lot of people. A lot of the late Funshaw Williams, I was involved in his campaign. And even when he died, the memorial we had for him, I didn't remember we did just one white t-shirt with the black post I was wearing. So I've been involved, but my emotional and sentimental involvement with those people are too personal. I didn't want to move to one side, either PDP or APC. Yes, if you want to ask me, maybe APC, yes. But I was careful. The Jiduachi, I ran his campaign for a long time. I did the speaker, the Abasa, and he was going to House of Assembly 2003. I was behind his campaign with a former commissioner of environment, Adejari. He happens to be my in-law, my immediate just as his wife. I was doing their campaign, Abasa Kon Agege Kon, Adejari Sabako. Why scared? I was a lot of people. I did for Senator Shafa. This Jakonde, I forgot his first name. It's Jakonde. What's in your logo? It was only last year I looked through my store and had to throw a lot of things. I had so many souvenirs. I had samples of. So if I had been in politics, I didn't want to offend because I was doing business there. I didn't want to offend anybody. So I'm Anza Kimbo. But that was how I lost the opportunity of being a politician. But I know I have the capacity and inclination to do it.
How do you see the new dispensation that we have in Nigeria now?
Sentiment and emotions. You want a Yoruba man, you have a Yoruba man. We those who supported Jagaban, we want Jagaban together. But the reality of the situation is that the economy of society and the world economy is bad. We need a magician to be able to turn things around in a jiffy, and that's not going to happen. So it's a bit painful. You can fix your car with 10,000 fuel before. Now it might be like 50,000, and you have to buy it on a regular basis. The money is not coming in. The bill is getting higher. It's just that we should just hope for the best, and we should all get innovative for how we can survive. But we still need a lot of discipline. This is economic discipline, I mean. I heard about some legislators in Anambra, so where you have Innocent. Innocent is made in Nigerian cars. If they give you free of charge, you say big thank you, you would like to drive it. These legislators that everybody say they want to made in Nigeria, they offer them innocent cars I had. They said no, they don't want innocent Jeep. It has to be Toyota. Look at the amount of dollars. The problem of our economy revolves around dollar. Foreign. If you do local productions and we do local consumptions, now the government also has to do a lot of discipline. The government that is preaching it, all of them are also using foreign cars. And you look at the budget, they budget for a lot of things that are not compassionate or in consonance with the reality of society. They give them so much allowance, and everybody's not taking. So a lot of people are so disaffectionately sad about it. But if you just take and accept that each one of us should try and be disciplined, maybe collectively our efforts will make some difference.